Come on.
Go on, Johnny Five. Go on, get to work. I've had this for years. Back in my old apartment, we couldn't really use it because my kids were babies and they would put the food on the floor and the floor would be wet. But now I got crumb snatchers, literally, so the crumbs get on the floor. And look at me, living in privilege. Got the robots working for me. Go on, Johnny Five. Hey everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Happy hump day. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see my little assistants working for me? Cause I'm rich. I'm rich. Okay. I got me the robots working for me. It's definitely gonna, be a definite Mitchell and the Machine situation because there is more of them than there are of us, and they're definitely going to take us out, or have us captive when the revolution comes, like iRobot. But that's okay, I expect it. I tell you guys, I've told y'all before that movies are just a way to warn us about what's coming. There's no such thing as fiction. Um, as far as that, the government tells you. Tells that you could do whatever you want to the American people, just warn them first. And that's what movies are for. So, you ever seen Mitchell and the Machines? It's on Netflix. It's real cute. It's an animated movie. I'm very into my animated movies because I'm but a wee lad. I'm a little girl and I cosplay as an adult and come on here and just impersonate 40-year-old women. Anywho, my tinted lip gloss cap is missing, which is very not good for somebody who keeps their whole life in their purse. Glad I caught it when I did. It's probably my daughter. She's very girly and into these kind of things. But y'all follow what's going on across the pond? The pond. Oh, that's so New York. The pond. Do y'all follow what's going on across the pond as far as Will and Kate and she missing and he messing with this woman and potentially got a child with her? The third child is Williams and Rose is a beard to her husband who be spending long amounts of time in France with his boyfriend. It's very The Crown. You know what I'm saying? And people was like, The Crown is so salacious. The Crown is a TV show. The Crown is so salacious. No, that's what's going on. And let me tell you something. I've been telling you something. If a nigga not gonna do one thing, he gonna embarrass you, girl. But Kate, how you ain't know? How you ain't know? Cause back in the day, William was the hot one. I know, but you can't compare the two boys if you are in America because the people across the pond them are so interbred that they are hot according to those standards. You understand? Like if you're from New York, I think New York has one of the few places, now mind you, I ain't really been nowhere, but from what I could see, Miami, they're all done up and painted up. California, they're all chopped and screwed. I feel like New York has natural beauty because we are a melting pot and the DNA is spread out. Whereas where you go to these close, tight-knit communities, it's not uncommon for the cousins to be together and the DNA is just too close together. You know what I mean? Like, this is my second, third cousin. Y'all too close because nobody leaves the town and you kind of marry in your same social circle or you marry within your church and somehow y'all all related, right? I feel like that's like what's happening with the royals. You want to keep the bloodline pure like a Pomeranian poodle puppy thing. You want to keep it pure so you come out a little funny looking, But I feel like William and Harry's mother, who was drop dead gorgeous, I don't care what none of y'all say, and I felt like she wasn't like people always say she's beautiful, but I think she was just beautiful all around, not just beautiful for England standards. Like she was commercial beautiful to me. Um, so and so she, snatched back some of the ugly in the DNA with Charles. Shows her looks snatch back the ugly. Kind of like Beyonce with her churn with Jay-Z. Jay-Z is to me like Sarah Jessica Parker. If you squint and tint your head just a little bit, he could be digestible. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you ever watch Sex in the City, sometimes I was like, oh my God, Sarah Jessica Parker's so cute. And then in another scene, the camera being, I'd be like, woof. Her body was always done. Like she, great legs, great body, but the beautiful hair. But the face, sometimes the face card was declining depending on the angle. So I feel like Jay-Z's that type. Also, Jay-Z is like wine. He has definitely become more attractive and really came into his looks in his 50s. But let's be clear, Beyonce's DNA snatched back some of the unattractiveness in her churn. Snatched it back, just like her mama Tina. Her mama Tina's beauty snatched back some of what the daddy was putting in. And Tina worked so hard on Beyonce, snatching it back from what the pappy was given, that she didn't have that much strength for Solange. Because she pulled back Solange, but she was tired. You know what I'm saying? She was tired because she did aggressive snatching with Beyonce, and she was like, you know what? This is all I got left for you, Solange. Because I think Solange is pretty, but I think Beyonce is beautiful, and there's a difference between pretty and beautiful, right? So, what was I talking about? You see how my ADHD is just kicking in? And William was the cute one, and so between the two of them, William was the cute one because there is a significant age difference. So when William peaked in his late teens, when he had peaked, his brother was still in that pimple face, uncute phase because he was a mere wee lad. So William was the hot one because he peaked quick and short, right? And his mama said, oh no, you really turning into your father. Let me humble you. And she snatched that hairline. She snatched it. She said, I need to keep you grounded because you out here acting like your pappy. Let me snatch the hairline. So she took that from him and she gave 2 hairlines to Harry because she said, you know what, William, you probably gonna be king, and Harry, you number 800 and something in the line. You probably never gonna let me love on you a little bit more. Let me give you 2 hairlines, and you know what, your brother don't need this. He don't know how to act. I'm gonna snatch this hairline from him and really humble his ass. And go ahead, Harry, go take the hairlines. So now Harry is the cute one, right? And he's gotten a little bit older, and them people age like milk, right? They age like milk. It's not their fault. They age like milk. So he's not as cute as he used to be, and that's probably because he's settled down with churn now, and that's what happens. When you marry a succubus, we snatch your soul and your looks. Because look at my husband 10 years ago. He don't look like that now because I'm a succubus. I'm a snatch his soul. That's what I do. I'm a soul collector. I wrote him in my Death Note book. So anyway, you're gonna be with me. You're not gonna be that cute. Let a bitch give you a compliment. I will have to snatch it back. I like my love to be, a little seasoned with low self-esteem. So anyway, the drama is now that I don't want to mix it up, right? William, the firstborn, the heir to Zamunda, is making babies with Rose. Now she has a title because her man got a title, but I'm not finna butcher it. Her nickname is Rose. The people call her Rose. I'm gonna call her Rose, right? And now Kay Middleton That's what's his face's wife, the firstborn son's wife. She done disappeared, become bulimic, all skinny, not wearing her ring no more, putting out Photoshop pictures, yada yada yada. Um, because the third child for Rose is her husband's child, and reports are that there's another child. And just like Charles, William is now slowly introducing Rose to the public so that she could be easily digestible for when they get together. And that Rose is trying to get all of the benefits and titles that is due upon her child because her daddy finna be king. Okay? So that's the drama going across the pond. And people are talking about, is this the end of the monarchy and yada yada? No, it's not. Okay? They got a whole uncle out here that was having shenanigans and all these situational ships with minors, and all they did was stripped him of some title and money. The monarch is forever. Okay? I'll never forget the people in the Caribbean crying because the queen died. And I was like, what? Damn. The colonies are sad that the queen died. Now, I don't know if they were sad because they scared of what was coming. But y'all, I mean, okay, I'm not living in it, but it just seems to me like, ding dong, the witch is dead. Da, 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 da. I'm just saying. Unless it's nice being a colony. I don't know. I live in America where we fight over here. Okay, we fight, and we love guns, and we fight. I'm an American. Come here and take the gun from my cold dead hands. So I don't know what it's like to live in a colony, because my people, we fight over here. We get down. So I don't know. However, I don't know why the dark countries in the Caribbean were sad because the queen died. Now, I would have definitely took the days off and the early closings and whatever, because as an atheist, I definitely will follow whatever religion will give me a day off of work. Go Diwali. Let's bring that on. L-I-D did. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. L-I-L-E. Anyway, I think it's in June. June 17th. Yep, let's take that off too. Put that on the school calendar. The Festival of Colors or Lights, put that on. Diwali, put that on. Put that on, okay? Put everything on. Everything on needs a day off of work for me. This is America. But anyway, so no, to go back to my original question that I seen posted in some posts, this is not the end of the monarchy. Actually, this is quite mild in comparison, and it's on par, it's on brand. What they do, like, the man has access, opportunity. You look like an ice princess, and men tend to I said this in a video maybe like a year ago. Men tend to change the way they look at a woman when she has bore your children and she becomes a mother and she's in her essence of mothering and caring and nurturing. The sexiness, the lust, the prowess that had initially attracted you to her kind of seems it's inappropriate, because she's now this vessel for nurturing your progeny. The breasts you had once Earmuffs, okay? Earmuffs, if kids are around. The breasts you have caressed for fun, and the fun bags are now to feed your child. How could you then go and play with your children's food? Okay, we tell kids all the time, don't play with your food. And now daddy is going to now resume playing with his baby's food. It's inappropriate. This is why, to me, as far as humans being animalistic, monogamy is not natural, because everything that is given to a woman by nature is to attract a mate and procreate. And it is designed for disease and genetic traits to be spread out, so he then becomes disinterested and goes somewhere else. Especially when, as far as like a scientific standpoint, male sperm are lighter weight, weaker, and not as strong as female sperm. And what I mean by male sperm is the male sperm that carries the genetic code to for the fetus to be a male. The gender is determined by the sperm, not by the egg, right? So the egg is an X, right? By default, it is an X, and the sperm is either carrying an X, two X's are a girl, or it's carrying a Y. An X and a Y is a male. But the Y is smaller than the X, so it's not as strong, it's weaker. So there's not a lot, there's a disproportionate amount of men, therefore they are able to, so like a woman can have, let's round it out, one child a year, whereas a man could probably have, if he was just left to his own devices, 10, 20, 30 children a year, right? He's just dropping off the other DNA, right? So but anyway, what was I saying? Oh, sorry. So I'm not there for sure. I'm not in them people's bedroom. But I think, I think she has 3 children. You're kind of not that sex kitten anymore. And that's why it's very important that when you choose a mate or you start a relationship, you two have something else going on besides sex. People say sex is very important. Is it? In the beginning. But if you guys just have a sexual relationship, that shit is unsustainable. It's not going to work. It's not going to last. And I think you guys, as far as couples, need something else besides the fact that you guys can bump uglies together and have a good old time. You need something else going, because the sex is going to taper off, especially if you guys decide to have children. And you as a mother is not, at least for the first couple of years, you're not going to feel like that, because your body is still healing from having a child. You're really not supposed to have children back to back to back like that. You're really supposed to give your body time to heal. And that's why your libido is so low after you have a child, because your body is focusing on healing and resetting. Could you imagine, like, you have created, sustained, and delivered a whole person in 9 months? You definitely need at least 2 years to heal, and sometimes even more. That's why the average siblings are like 5 years apart. Like 2 years to heal, a year to get it together, another year to change, to try to get pregnant, and then a year to make the baby. That's 5 years. So I think that's what happened. I'm not sure the situation in where William and Kate got together, but I've seen reports or articles or whatever that's saying that she was kind of like low-key groomed for this. They're related somehow. They claim they met in college, but she definitely has relation to them, like some kind of cousin or something. They definitely are related to each other. Um, it's not the gross kind of relation, but there is relation. Like I could tell me and my husband DNA cross zero, like zero. Like if we did have some commonality, I think it was from the Moor days, like the days of the Moors. Like we don't. You could look at him and look at his family, and nothing about them is Negroid at all. It's very a lot of Middle Eastern features, a lot of European features. Them yeah, them white people. So what was I saying? Oh, so I think that's what happened. And earmuffs for the kids. There's nothing better than pussy than new pussy, right? So Rose is new, Rose is fun, Rose is unfulfilled because according to them people, her husband is a whole he's in the alphabet community, and he has no problem spending a long time in France with his man. So she's definitely unfulfilled. Um, she's probably readily available. Like, my man ain't home, come through. And I'm finna be king. And what the fuck you gonna do about it, Kate? Nothing. Um, and that's what's going on. So, I like to share these stories because them people think they real uppity. They really like to talk down on us Americans and say that we're uncouth. Uncouth. That's a word. We're uncouth. We don't have no grandeur. We've butchered the Queen's English. We sound ignorant. Like to them, we probably sound the way rednecks sound to us. It's probably nails on the chalkboard, hearing us talk, and yeah. And now y'all engaging in some Jerry Springer Maury type bullshit, and it just goes to show that no matter what titles you hold, no matter where you are, the status in life, it doesn't matter. Adulthood is the most ghetto hood you could ever live in.